Thank you for joining me. My name's Matt, ActionPacked, and welcome back to another Whiteboard Wednesdays. In this video, we're going to be covering zombie boss ideas to be in the next Treyarch game. But before we get to that, I just want to go over a few things and updates about the series. It is not going to be called Whiteboard Wednesdays from now on. We're going to call it Wishlist Wednesdays due to the fact that there are some other YouTubers out there that do some drawing videos, and I don't want any viewers out there to get the two series confused. So it is going to be Wishlist Wednesdays from now on, and this is episode 2. And another thing to keep in mind is that this series is very flexible in how it is created, so sometimes I may list things out, sometimes I may be very sporadic. It's a very creative series, so there's really no limits. So if you guys do want me to change anything up, or you don't like the way I do this video, or maybe you want me to do something different for the next video, you can always leave your feedback and comments down below. So let's get started. Starting with position number 8, we have Blazing Ember Gaming, and he says an Atlantis map where a massive zombified Poseidon crashes into a part of the map and floods it. Now, he can also shoot water from his eyes to attack you, and he can also steal your weapons. Now, this boss can be defeated. If you do defeat him, you are rewarded with scuba gear to access the flooded section. This would be a place where you could swim with swimming zombies to an island with Pack-a-Punch, a water-themed perk, and a wonder weapon. Our next boss idea in spot number 7 comes to us by Adrian Fierro, and he says, a Slenderman jump scare zombie boss that teleports to chase and catch a player that goes in a dark location. A player can also go to this dark location, or maybe this could be locations. You can go there to kill him and he can kill you, but if you kill him, you have to be very, very fast. For spot number 6, we have a fairly short idea coming from Max Gee, and he says, a zombie version of the original crew. A bit of a longer comment at position 5, we have 124 Mega Man. He says, after completing an Easter egg, a zombie boss will become an ally to help you. In spot number 4, we have Anthony SOS, and he says, every 5 rounds, all the zombies will run into each other to form one giant mutated zombie. In spot number 3, we have Don't Rest Records, and he says every 5 rounds or so, a giant boss wheel will spin and randomly select a boss. Once this boss is selected, it will spawn, and then once you kill that boss, you'll get a particular reward for killing it. In spot number 2, we have a very active subscriber of mine, Zomboy Productions, and he says 3 bosses will spawn in the same general area of the map that players are located. 1 boss for each area respectively, and if the players are in all these different areas, then all of the bosses will spawn. For instance, a map at a sleepaway camp theme could have the bosses named Life Taker, the Head Counselor, and the Woodshop Guy. The Life Taker spawns by emerging from the water when a player is near the dock area. This boss is shirtless with intestines hanging out. It possesses a lifeguard tube that actually has lifeguard written on it with the guard portion scratched out, and instead reads Life Taker. So 2 of his abilities include puking water to make the ground slippery and hitting players with his tube. The Head Counselor would spawn by coming out the head cabin door. This boss would be wearing a torn up Head Counselor shirt with blood spatters and burns all over it. This boss can punch with extreme force, use the camp's hatchet, and also summon other camp counselors for an increased threat. The 3rd boss, called the Woodshop Guy, would spawn in the storage area in the back of the woodshop where you can't actually get to as a player. He would spawn and he would be very large, have saws sticking out of his body, and have broken safety glasses on, as well as a bloody tapered apron and clumps of gray hair on his head. He would attack by using the saws in his hands, or he can even throw them. Players can deflect the saws by shooting them, and as a result of this entire idea, the players will stick together more often to avoid spawning multiple threats. In the number 1 position, we have Gold Eagle, and he says on a random round the map will get very dark and a deranged murderer will come out to kill all the players. If at least 1 person can survive an entire minute without being killed, the round will be complete. Additionally, during this round you cannot kill the murderer, the game chat is unavailable, the HUD disappears, and hiding spots will open up for just this round. That's it for this episode. If you guys are wondering what you can do to get featured in episode 3, it will be for the topic of that video, which is going to be for Pack-a-Punch ideas. So all you have to do is leave a comment down below this video talking about your Pack-a-Punch idea. This can be a new type of Pack-a-Punch, it could be how to get to the Pack-a-Punch, it can even be just really anything in general involving the Pack-a-Punch, and it will be eligible to get into that next video. Now, if you guys are wondering about when this next episode is going to be uploaded, it will be next Wednesday, as it is every Wednesday, because this is Wishlist Wednesdays, but it will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. If you would like more details on next episode, all you have to do is look down in the description below. But I really appreciate you guys watching all the way through this video to the very end, so thank you guys so much for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.